I'd love to know what Adam does to make some of these trolls believe that he is gay. Not because it matters what his sexuality is, but because it seems that they believe that loving a woman so much and so openly means that he must be gay, hence proving that their definition of heterosexuality actually includes hating women a little bit. Because I think that the only posts they comment these things on is when he's loving me and being kind and sweet and taking care of me. But they see that as not being straight. Interesting. Loving a woman means you're gay somehow. Or perhaps they're in...
I don't always agree with Abby Chatfield, but I do probably 75% of the time. Yeah, look, you do realise, guys, that it's okay to like or love a woman, right? Or a man, whichever way you're inclined. But I'm going to talk about men and women in heterosexual relationships in this example. It's okay if you have feelings for them, you know. In fact, it's a beautiful thing, right? Love is a very powerful emotion. And so to downplay it and sort of be all nonchalant about it is kind of fake and just sort of a little bit sad, actually. Like, what's happened to romance? I hear from a lot of my girlfriends that, like, romance is just, like, it's just dead. There's no, it's just, I mean, look, I think that there are some romantic things that are a little bit silly, and I do think that Hollywood and Disney have kind of created this sort of, bullshit kind of view of the world, mostly for women, to be honest. The whole Carrie and Big thing in Sex and the City, I mean, that wouldn't happen in real life. That just rarely happens, that the guy just sort of gives in and is like, oh, okay, well, you know, might as well marry you. Yeah, and Carrie's a whole other subject for another day. But yeah, so I do agree with what Abby said, and I think it's a beautiful thing that she's got a partner who really loves her and treats her well, because that's what you do when you love someone. You're supposed to treat them well and value them. So you're basically telling on yourselves if you're criticizing a guy and saying that he's gay, if he's romantic towards a woman. My baby daddy always romantic, treated me well, respectful. Like, it's not hard, right? Yeah, so, you know, and you sort of, a lot of you guys are like, get all defensive in my comments, and, you know, you start criticizing my looks because you don't like what I'm saying. But before you do, right, maybe do have a little bit of self-reflection, because one thing I have noticed is, and of course there's exceptions, but broadly speaking, of course, women seem to be a little bit more self-reflective than men do, right? We go over and over and over saying, what did I do? What did I say? It's my fault. What could I do to change it? And I mean, I'm sure that men are self-reflective too, but I have actually a lot of guy friends, and I don't really hear them being self-reflective. It's sort of more what the woman's doing wrong or what the other person's doing wrong. And I think that that's really sad, because it's okay to be humble. It's okay to be, you know, it's okay to have conversations that are deep and meaningful with a woman, or even with another guy. It doesn't mean you're gay, for fuck's sake. And even if you are, it's also okay.